Hey everyone, and welcome to Garden Growth. What if I told you that you don't need a sprawling backyard to grow all the fresh tomatoes, crisp peppers, and fragrant herbs you could possibly want? What if the secret to an abundant harvest was right here, in this simple $5 bucket? For years, I've heard people say, I'd love to garden, but I live in an apartment, or I just don't have the space. Well, today, we're going to bust that myth wide open. This isn't just a tips video. This is a complete masterclass. I'm going to show you step by step how to create a high-yield container garden on your patio, balcony, or even a sunny doorstep for a fraction of the cost of traditional methods. We're going to build a system that allows you to grow more food in a few of these buckets than many people grow in a small, in-ground garden bed. Forget what you think you know about gardening. The grow more, spend less journey starts right now. Alright, let's dive into step 1, the secret container, or what I call the $5 hack. We've all seen them at the big box stores. Fancy, expensive patio planters. They look nice, but they're often too small. They crack after one season and they cost a fortune. It's a huge waste of money. The real secret, the professional's choice for container growing, is this: a humble 5-gallon food-grade bucket. Why is this so perfect? First, the depth. A 5-gallon bucket gives your plant's roots the deep, downward space they crave, which is essential for big, healthy plants like tomatoes and peppers. A shallow pot means a stunted plant. Second, they are incredibly durable. These things are built to last for years, unlike those brittle plastic pots. So, where do you get them? You can buy them new for about $5, but here's the pro tip. You can often get them for free or for just $1 or $2. Check with local bakeries, delis, restaurants, or donut shops. They get ingredients like frosting, pickles, and oils in these exact buckets and usually just toss them out. Just ask politely. Make sure to look for the little fork and cup symbol or the number 2, 4, or 5 in the recycling triangle. This indicates it's food grade, meaning no harmful chemicals will leach into your soil. Give them a good wash with soap and water and you have the perfect container. Now for step 2, and this is absolutely critical, the drainage secret. This is the number one mistake I see new container gardeners make, and it can kill your plants before they even have a chance. The mistake comes in 2 forms, either not drilling any drainage holes at all, or falling for the old myth of adding a layer of gravel at the bottom for drainage. Let me be clear, putting gravel, rocks, or pottery shards in the bottom of a pot does not improve drainage. It actually makes it worse. It creates something called a perched water table. Imagine water flowing down through your soil. When it hits that gravel layer, it stops. It has to completely saturate the soil above it before gravity is strong enough to pull it down through the larger gaps in the gravel. This creates a swampy, waterlogged zone right where your plant's roots are, leading to root rot, the silent killer of container plants. It's a complete waste of effort and it actively harms your garden. The real solution is simple and free. All you need is a drill. Flip your bucket over and drill 5 to 7 good-sized holes, about 1/4 to 1/2 inch in diameter, right in the bottom. This allows excess water to escape freely. Now here's an extra pro tip. Drill a few more holes on the side of the bucket, about 1 inch up from the bottom. This creates a tiny reservoir of water at the very base, below the main root zone, which can provide a little extra moisture on hot days without ever waterlogging your plant main root ball. This simple 2-minute step will save 100% of your plants from root rot. On to step 3, the perfect soil hack. This is the big money saver. What do most people do? They either go out into their yard, dig up some heavy, dense garden soil, and dump it in the pot. This soil compacts like concrete, suffocating the roots and preventing water from getting through. Or they go to the store and buy bags of pre-mixed potting mix for $20 a pop. If you're filling several buckets, that cost adds up incredibly fast. The smart solution is to make your own perfect potting mix for about 75% less. And it's incredibly easy. We're going to follow the classic 1-1 recipe. It's 1 part compost, 1 part peat moss or coco coir, and 1 part perlite or vermiculite. First, your compost. This is the food, the lifeblood of your soil. You can use your own homemade compost if you have it, or buy a bag of composted manure or mushroom compost from the garden center. It's still far cheaper than potting mix. Next, 1 part peat moss or its more sustainable cousin coco coir. This is your sponge. It's a lightweight material that holds onto water, releasing it to the plant's roots as needed. Finally, 1 part perlite or vermiculite. These little white rocks are volcanic glass. They don't add nutrients, but they are crucial for creating air pockets in the soil. This aeration is what keeps the mix light and fluffy, allowing roots to breathe and grow freely. Just mix these 3 ingredients together in a wheelbarrow or on a tarp. You'll instantly feel the difference. It's light, it's airy, and it holds moisture perfectly. You've just created a premium potting soil that's better than most store-bought options for a fraction of the price. This leads us directly into step 4, the closed-loop feeding secret. Here's a problem unique to container gardening. Every time you water, you're not just giving your plants a drink. You're also washing valuable nutrients right out of those drainage holes at the bottom. Over time, your plants will starve, leading to yellow leaves and poor production. People try to solve this by buying expensive liquid fertilizers, but I'm going to show you a free, endlessly renewable solution. We're going to create a closed-loop nutrient system using something we've talked about before: compost tea or even weed tea. It's the perfect solution for container gardeners. All you need is a second bucket. Fill it partway with water, then add a few shovelfuls of compost. You can even throw in some common yard weeds that you've pulled up, like dandelions or clover. They're full of nutrients. Let this mixture steep for a day or 2, giving it a stir every now and then. What you've created is a powerful, living, liquid fertilizer packed with nutrients and beneficial microbes. When you water your plants, use this tea instead of plain water once a week. The nutrients that might have washed out are now being replenished with every feeding. You are closing the nutrient loop, capturing free fertility from compost and weeds and delivering it directly back to your plants. You can feed your entire bucket garden all summer long for free. Finally, we're at step 5, the best bucket crops. Not all plants are created equal when it comes to container gardening. You want to choose varieties that give you the biggest harvest for the small space you're using. First on the list is tomatoes, specifically indeterminate varieties. These are vining tomatoes that keep growing and producing all season long. Just give them a tall stake or a simple cage right in the bucket and they'll climb, giving you a steady supply. Peppers are another bucket superstar. Bell peppers, jalapagos, sweet peppers, they all thrive in the deep soil of a 5-gallon bucket. Don't forget potatoes. It might sound crazy, but you can grow a surprising amount of potatoes in a bucket. Start with a few inches of your soil mix. Place your seed potatoes. And as the plant grows, keep adding more soil, hilling up around the stem. When the plant dies back, you just tip the bucket over and harvest your clean, perfect potatoes. And of course, herbs are a must. A single bucket can house a basil plant that will give you pesto all summer, or a rosemary or mint plant that will keep coming back year after year. So let's recap. For just a few dollars and a little bit of effort, you've just learned how to build an entire patio farm. You know the secret to the perfect container. How to create flawless drainage, how to mix your own premium soil for pennies, how to feed your plants for free all season, and which crops will give you the most food for your space. You've unlocked the ability to grow your own fresh, healthy food no matter where you live. You don't need a yard. You don't need $1,000. You just need a bucket and the desire to grow. This is what the grow more, spend less philosophy is all about. If this masterclass helped you, please do me a huge favor and hit that like button. And be sure to subscribe to Garden Growth for more videos to help you create the garden of your dreams. Thanks for watching and happy growing.